Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings. I pray that all is well and you all are in the best of health and spirits. It is your sister, Denise Renee Muhammad, and my brother, Sean Ali. We're coming on today for another episode of our Health and Wellness Power Hour. Our Health and Wellness Power Hour. As you come on in, go ahead and share the video for us. Sharing is caring. All right. And our topic today is how to be healthy. Assalamu alaikum,
Mhm.
Brother Sean.
Wa alaikum assalam, sis.
How are you?
All is all is
Uh,
well.
yes, sir.
No complaints today. you know,
Right. Right.
yeah. The
Yeah.
checklist is low. It's short today. It's-
Okay. Yes. Thank you for tuning in, Danielle, over on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. All right. So let's get into it. How to be healthy. Where do we
mm,
start?
that's a good.
Where do we start?
That's the trending topic right now. You know,
Yes.
COVID is jumping back off. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
yeah, man. It's people. I think we think we used to be healthy.
It used to be.
So, but we've never been. America, the population here has never been, country wise, it's always been amongst the most unhealthiest
Right.
population on the planet. So, we can confuse sometimes how we feel and how we're doing, you know, with the condition of the body, and then when something happens, we act surprised. It's like we have the worst diet, lack of exercise, like
Right. Lack of
the
sunlight.
lifestyle is anti-life, like the antibiotics that we have, you
Right.
know. Right. Bio means life, so it's anti-life or antibiotic.
Mm.
We have that's what type of life we have antibiotic lifestyles.
Wow.
It's right. Yeah, it's not a probiotic. So we have to
Right.
eat. Now we got to eat these things to create what we are supposed to be doing to create, and I think that's and we once we in that place, you know, this world is a food-based world, or this
Right.
here in America. Because if you go to especially to the East, you're going to find aromatherapy, you're going to find
Hmm.
sound therapy, you're going to find earthing and grounding, you're going to find
Yoga,
non-food based solutions, right? Yoga, tantra, all of these things,
meditation. Yes.
breathing, right? Everything but food, because we have four other senses, other than taste. And
Right.
taste is the slowest. That's the slowest way to introduce something into the body. Because when you eat something, the quickest thing to come out of the stomach is water and watermelon. Water
Yes.
and watermelon, it takes about 15 minutes for it to come out, depending on how much you ate. Everything else, the process to break it down is longer, so it takes longer to come out of the stomach. So that's the
Right.
longest way. And once it we if we look at the way we are created, most if you look at the bodies, the arteries will be red, right?
Hmm.
And the veins will be blue, right? So the arteries are taking blood, right? Life, oxygen to the organs. So if let's just say the stomach is the target, right? Because we want to
Right.
show real quick because it's how to be healthy. So if the stomach is the target, everything, the arteries that's going to the stomach, they are feeding the stomach, not what's in the stomach, the stomach
Right.
organ. Right. So when you have food coming out of the stomach or the digestive system, because you got the small intestines as well. everything coming to the digestive system is coming from the arteries, is to feed it. So when we have digested food, it can't leave in the arteries. When
Right.
you eat, because this is a one-way street, right? It has valves in it to prevent backflow. So food cannot go the opposite way, right? So
Right. Right.
everything leaving the stomach in the digestive system that absorb food has to be in the veins. The veins don't carry blood throughout the system. It carries it, in this case, to the liver. So the liver can separate the deoxygenated blood, because that's what's in the veins, so it separates the CO2 from the nutrients. That's
Right.
one of the jobs, and it sends the CO2 to your lungs to breathe out, and it sends the nutrients. Now it's going to your arteries to be dispersed through your body.
Right.
This is a fast way. This is a slow
way.
process.
Right.
Right. This is all day. So when you have 5 other senses, right? So we got smell, we have touch, we got sight, and we got sound. Woo!
Right.
See, if you remove, and okay, we got the taste. So if we remove taste, if you remove one of the senses, these 4, they will compensate the power that was here. So you don't lose. Your sound increases, your sight increases, your touch increases, your smell increases. So if you have aromatherapy, say you're fasting and you shut off taste, now your sense of smell is heightened. So when you introduce aromatherapy and the essential oils, they already work within 22 seconds. But that is expedited because your smell has more energy because you're fasting. Because you remove, so if you want to apply the essential oils topically to the soles of your feet, the base, wherever on you body, your sense of touch is heightened, so they work quicker.
Exactly.
If you hear something, sound therapy, whether it's the sound bowls or listening to your minister, your therapist, your pastor, your best friend, because once you remove one, your sense of sound heightens, so you can receive this energy quicker, more efficient, and effective.
Right.
So you know what I mean? So this is those other therapies, like which you have, which you are proficient in. Some of the areas that you're proficient in, they work, the power of, they are already powerful.
Right. They are already. Yes. I shared in our other show how essential oils permeate every cell within 20 minutes. And that's powerful. Every cell in your body within 20 minutes.
That's in those arteries, because see, the essential oils with the digestion, that's how digestion works. When you introduce essential oils in sight and sound and touch, that's going straight into the artery bloodstream. When that signal comes in, it's not going in the veins, because it's one of the places it's going to travel is to the brain, to let the brain know what's going on.
Right.
Because this is the computer, right? So these don't feel anything. They send a signal to the brain to let me know what's going on, the condition of the body, and so forth and so on, right? So that's the beauty of these, is that is a direct introduction.
Yes.
And into the arteries, not the vein, because the veins aren't. It's coming back.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And this, but you got you got an oil for us, sis, since we on that right
Oh,
there.
yes, definitely. Which one do I want to lift today? Um, it's the essential oil blend
Mm,
that we have called Purification,
mm,
and that one is very good. It's cleansing for when you,
mm-hmm,
especially when you diffuse it. It has essential oils in it that it's antibacterial, antifungal, and it purifies your atmosphere. Um,
mm.
when you diffuse it, it's also purifying for you. When you inhale it, it gives you that mental clarity, helps you to focus. So that's a good blend for purification.
Got you. Yeah, I think this will be because since we're talking about this, sis, for us to break down that oil real quick, or that,
Yes, let me get it up here.
yeah, those effect. Go ahead. I'm gonna just write while you're talking.
Yes, sir. Let me pull it up. Let's see what's all in that particular oil. But it smells very good. It's very cleansing, purification. It has lemongrass in it. That's one of my
Mm,
favorites. Strong
yes.
antifungal properties, and it's purifying and also antibacterial. That's lemongrass. It has citronella in it. Another one that's an insecticide as well. A citronella is a natural
Mm,
insecticide. Um, Rosemary, which is great for your cognitive function. It's very good to help with mental clarity, mental fatigue, stress. Also, lavender. It's of course, lavender is antifungal, antibacterial. It has all of those great properties in it, and it's calming and relaxing.
mm, mm-hmm.
And another one that I don't mention often is called myrtle essential oil,
That
and
myrtle.
it's anti-infectious, and is also great for the immune system. So
Mm,
all of those powerful essential oils in one blend is called purification. Which the website, yes, ma'am. Let me post that up. So that's a good one to have, especially now with these
everything
new
going on.
strands of things coming out.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
you
No
know,
doubt. And this is where, in the brain is where this action you're talking, this is the target because the brain is the control center.
right?
And these two right here, the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland, these are the master glands. This is where the hormonal control comes at. So, and when we are looking, the hypothalamus always sends a hormone to the pituitary gland, and these are in the body.
Right.
So from the dot, and it's more than these, but these are the four where we want to just concentrate on just to make it easy and flow. So
Mhm.
the thyroid, this is most. How many? Raise your hand. I get stories. Hey, they talk about taking my thyroid out.
Right.
Get so the liver. This is um we know with the thyroid, that's your metabolism main your main effect because that's the total body effect. The liver,
Yes.
this is where the growth hormones come from. The adrenal glands, this is stress, and the gonads, this is who you are. This is you, your sex, male or woman, right? So
Yes.
When we are looking, right now, if you in a normal operating procedure, they're activated. Right now, your thyroid should be activated, your liver should be activated, your adrenal glands, they are on standby, and your gonads should be activated. Now, when we get to that stress level and we are under that HPA axis, it shuts down this one. It turns off this one. It turns off that one. So when we are
Right.
here, this is the stress response. This is the stress axis. This is because now your body is producing the stress hormones, and that's what you're functioning of. You're not functioning on glucose. You're not functioning on the normal energy, on oxygen. Your body
Right.
has switched gears. It's now using adrenaline, cortisol, and norepinephrine to move you. That's your energy. It's high power, but after a certain length of time, it becomes toxic and corrosive, right?
Hmm.
So
Right.
your body has to produce insulin to to use cortisol like it would glucose. So if you're in a state of stress, your body is producing insulin. Now you become insulin resistant. That sounds
Right.
like type 2 diabetes. Hold up.
Yes.
Oh,
So,
because I'm eating right. I don't always eat. Hey, I control it. Right?
right.
Matter of fact, when I fast, it goes boom. So I don't even have to eat in my blood. My insulin, not my blood sugar. My insulin is becoming resistant or I'm having problem
Due
because
to
I'm
the
under the
stress.
okay.
Right. Wow.
Cortisol is like glucose. That's the driving force. So your body, just like your body uses insulin to push glucose through the cell, it
Hmm.
uses insulin to take cortisol through the cell.
Wow.
Oh, see, but at the same time, your thyroid is off. So your metabolism is screwed. Your liver, so you're not producing growth hormone. It ain't that you finished puberty. That doesn't make sense. If I go and lift weights, my body is going to grow and develop.
Right.
Okay, I'm far removed from puberty. I'm still growing and developing, right? So when we looking the gonads, now I'm having testosterone problems and estrogen problems. But if my only solution is food based, I never shut off this because this is here. I have to affect the hypothalamus. Then
Right.
it will affect the pituitary gland, and then it will shut off the adrenal glands. So how do I affect this? See, now we talking. You see me?
Yes.
So that essential oil. Oh, brother Sean, where's the hypothalamus? Oh, good question, family. It is right here. Right? See, it ain't even a dedicated. Now, this is the pituitary glands. It looks like a dedicated space. This is the hypo. It's hypo. Hype means low. So you got the thalamus and you got the hypothalamus. So when we inhale those essential oils and it goes through that olfactory senses and it gets into that blood-brain barrier and those it starts to react or have an effect on the brain. Look where the hypothalamus is at. Bam,
Yes.
bam. Ooh, 20. Oh, so you smell what's the purification? What's one of the you said the
Here.
no, what's one of the oils in there? The first you said lemon balm, lemongrass.
Lemongrass. Lemongrass. Yes.
You smell that lemongrass? You won't even feel the molecules. You're going to get the smell. Because listen,
Right.
we want to this is happening in the brain. We want to control this right here, the hypothalamus. Man, right? I'm
Right.
telling you, get that oil, get with Sister Denise, right?
Absolutely.
Because once you hit the hypothalamus, it's going to send a hormone to the pituitary gland. Hey, we back in charge. Hey, we back on. You got, guess what comes from it? You got endorphins, you have oxytocin, not just the connection to these, serotonin, all of that originates from these two glands.
Right.
So this is
Wow.
how, when we're looking at getting healthy and we hear about fasting, you can't, with fasting, we have to do it real. It's no food, no, you want to limit as much beverage as possible. And if you drink a beverage, you want it to be one that won't activate your digestive system.
Right.
Because you, like I said, we want to get control. Or if you just shut this off, these automatically come on.
Right.
You don't have to eat.
And Brother Sean, let me ask
Yes,
you
ma'am.
this
Yes,
in
ma'am.
regards, say, with high blood pressure, you're eating right, you're exercising, you know, as best you can, and you still end up with high blood pressure.
That's a great.
Or it's up and down. 1 minute it's good, then the next it's 160 over 80, or you know, something like that.
That's a great, going up into the brain. Now that's a part of it, because cortisol is heart medicine. It's not the stress hormone. The main object of it's a heart medication. You will, if you mess your heart up, you will be prescribed oxytocin. They will prescribe you cortisol. This is the stuff your body's supposed to make. Norepinephrine, vasopressin. These are all hormones your body makes for the heart, but because we stress ourselves out, it injures the heart, or we can't make them, so we go get them from medications. Right. You know, but when we're looking, you know, this is the carotid artery, right? And right here, you got the inside, outside. So this is where the jaw is at. Right where that jaw is at, it splits. So you got the external and internal, right? Going to the inside, outside the brain. Right here is something called the carotid body. It has chemoreceptors in it. It measures the O2 and the CO2 levels in the body, in the bloodstream, especially going to the brain, because if it's more CO2 in your arteries, the body goes into an emergency mode. And guess what happens? Your blood pressure raises. The arteries, they constrict. They don't dilate because it's an emergency, because we're not breathing properly. So we throw off the CO2-O2 ratio in our body, and it will say, hold up, you got too much in there, and it goes into protective mode. And now that has one of the side effects is elevated blood pressure, constriction of the arteries. Because the body's trying to, so when we, like the oils, you have to inhale the oils through your nose.
Right.
So when you inhale through your nose, right, you create nitric oxide that dilates. Nitric oxide dilates the arteries, which means to relax them. So when you relax the arteries, the blood flow increases, the blood pressure goes down.
Right.
A majority of the problems with blood pressure, because look, I'm stressed out. What is one of the physical presentations of stress? Is the breathing pattern. Because usually hey man, calm down, breathe, relax, breathe. That's one of the first things you, right, because you can see them physically
Tense.
some type of right. So right there, we are having this effect. Now we're under fight and flight. When you think it, you can play mad, you can do all. Soon as your body doesn't know you're playing. If you mimic stress through your breathing, your body will you're throwing off your CO2 O2 level because stress breathing is fast. It's mouth, it's short, it's
Right.
shallow, right? The opposite of how to breathe to live. So most of us breathe stressfully and we're not even stressed out. So we're tricking the body to think we're under stress because you see them. You all right? Yeah,
Yes.
I'm good. Like, damn, Doug, you sound like you ready.
Pass out.
Right. So we have to learn how to breathe because
Right.
the blood pressure is only measuring, and I mean, you can definitely jump in at any time, sis. But those
Oh,
numbers are only the systolic and the diastolic. And this is your arteries. This is the force in your arteries. And when the heart squeezes or contracts, and when it right here, and when it's going to release, that's what this number is measuring.
right.
So this number is measuring the force it takes your arteries to move life through your body. And this is how much pressure is on your heart to beat and fill back up. That's
Right.
why the higher they are, the more dangerous, because anything over these numbers, meaning your body is using so much force to
Yes.
push.
Force and power.
And that's when that's why it hurts.
Right. Right.
I've never been through it, but the people I know went through it, man, they look like they was in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
They be
Right.
in the hospital, like, dang, you all right?
Yeah. One essential oil that's good for relaxing the blood vessels is lavender.
Mm. Mhm.
So it's good for those that deal with high blood pressure, hypertension.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's where we would start, because most people that by the time they get to you and I, they've been living with that for years.
Right.
They didn't just
Lightheaded and don't know why, and the blood pressure is 190 over.
right, but they've been trying. Like, yo, I
Right.
don't know. I tried this, the medication. I don't want to take. They've tried all of the trends, and none of that. It might trick it and manipulate it, but soon as you don't have that element anymore, you're going right back to you stuck again, right? It's
Yes.
breathing. This is your cardiovascular system. You can't separate your blood pressure from what it is. This is your cardiovascular system. It's ran by your heart, which is ran by your breathing.
Wow.
That's it. When that baby is in the stomach and you put the thing up and you hear the heartbeat, right? When that baby is active, the heartbeat is at, they kick when they at rest, it's a nice calm heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. Just like us.
Right. It's like when you get nervous or excited about something,
Boom, 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 boom,
afraid, the heart start pumping.
that joint is,
Yes.
yeah. Hold your breath. These are
Right.
things that, and these numbers are going to go up, right? Because the heart is beating fat. This is measuring the heartbeat, right? So this is, so when we are looking, how do I get my heartbeat, or how do I control or regulate my heartbeat? Breathing.
Right.
Yes, you can eat something and it will have an effect. Yes, you can drink something and it will have an effect. But as soon as your body digests it, uses it, and removes it, now you're back to square one.
Right.
That's why you got to keep popping the medication. Because once your body digests it, uses it, and removes it, now you're back to your condition. And if you are the cause because you're not breathing right, you don't eat wrong. Nobody has. You can turn on My 500-Pound Life, and you will see them eating healthy food.
Mm-hmm.
They don't always eat the wrong food. Nobody does that. A person will drink water. They might drink sodas and shit, but they will drink water as well, right? So you're not always eating and drinking wrong. You're not always thinking stressful thoughts. You laugh, you have good
Right.
moments, you smile. So if you are controlling all of those areas, but if every breath you take is wrong, when we do something wrong, that creates stress in the body.
Right.
So your body is going to produce cortisol because it's in fight or flight. So not only are you breathing wrong and throwing this off, now you put yourself under the HPA axis. So now you got cortisol and adrenaline flowing through your bloodstream. That's
Right.
in the blood, right? So now you are attacking yourself from a
Right.
two-pronged avenue.
Right. Now the body's struggling for balance.
And all you got to sis. What's the name? Purification?
Purification.
Man. Purify your
All
thoughts.
those powerful. That's right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All those oils. Yeah. Lemongrass, citronella, myrtle, lavender, rosemary. Those oils by themselves
That's a
are
powerful
powerful.
lineup. Yes. Yes.
So,
We have myrtle here. It's a very beautiful flower.
the actual
Yeah.
plant flower.
Yeah, yeah. It's delicate though. And I'm only like 30 minutes. Like if I go there, pick it, and come back, it'll take about 30 minutes. By the time I get home, the flower's already wilted. Like
Really?
you like, wow. That's chicory's like that too. We got a whole field of chicory. The flowers, the prettiest blue. Oh my God. But I pick them, I put them in my trunk, got home, it was just, I was like, what happened to the flowers? Man, all them joints dried up, and it was like within an hour, man. So,
Wow.
but I just, I'm sorry, that just popped in my head.
Oh, no problem. Yeah. Yeah,
But this here, man, we control our body with our thoughts first and our actions second. You
right.
produce the right thought to produce the right action. Boom. A lot of us, we don't exercise, so we can produce a thought, but the body be like, man, I ain't messing with you today. Get out of here. Get out of here. So when we exercise, things like yoga, qigong, tai chi, martial arts, we teach the body how to do what we want it to do.
Right.
Yeah, you getting stronger. Yes. Hey, you gonna break a whatever activity you are in, it's going, but the internal benefit is that my body is learning to move how and when I want it to. That's the things that I can see. So when I need to move the things I can't see, I might gotta move this liver. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sis.
Well, Brother Sean, I'm gonna show my book that I have.
Oh, yes,
for those that deal with hypertension.
Right on time.
I have a book, Overcome Hypertension Naturally, and I go more in depth on how to use certain essential oils for that. Beautiful. And it's available on Amazon. Right.
Was that your first book or your second?
No, that was my second one. I believe. Yeah. Yes, sir.
You're a multiple author over there.
All right. Look, thanks to you for the inspiration.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
have a
praise
whole
be to the Lord.
encyclopedia of books, Brother
Something
Sean.
like that.
Like 30 something.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I'm
so
coming with
you
some
all,
more. I got some more heat coming.
all
You
right.
know, we're gonna drop some more in a very short while. You
Yes,
know,
Brother Sean has How to Breathe to Live. Oh, so many different titles.
I don't even know what the book we talking about it, man. I forgot I had the book, sis. Till you just said it.
Yeah.
God dang. Oh, man, I'm sitting here talking about the subject and I forgot I had the book. You just reminded
All
me
right.
that I got a book on the subject. Ain't that all praises due to Allah?
Absolutely. Yeah, all of
Oh,
our books are available on Amazon. You can just type Brother Sean's name in the search on Amazon. They'll all pop up.
yes, ma'am. Well, in the oxygen book, she showed
Yes.
the importance of breathing, and because for us to understand, this was the first topic that I wrote a book about. So
Right.
this is my first book, Oxygen, the breath of
The
life in
breath of
atomic
life.
form. Right. So because, and this is from study, watching, I had a chance to create a study group. We're a controlled study group. So I'm watching these people go through their life and I'm seeing them eat good, exercise, moving. Now, I'm seeing them taking that medication, doing it, going, but they're not getting better.
Right.
Then I saw them, this family, the whole family was on breathing treatments. So they were lined up from the youngest to the oldest. And they was getting the breathing, had the mask on. And I'm like, hold up. That
Wow.
I'm looking at, and now I'm looking into that led me to mouth breathing. They hook the breathing machine up to your mouth, right? So it's like we've been taught how we've taught ourselves how to breathe wrong. And every breath we take is wrong. We're
Right.
living, and I was seeing the breakdown of breathing wrong on this family. And once I introduced the breathing, man, their life changed. None of them are on
Yes.
breathing treatment. They like because it's a domino effect. Once you
Right.
are under that stress, now the weakest spot in your body is where that stress is going to manifest. That's why it's never the same for everybody. If it's your here, boom, your reproductive organs, your breast cancer, your prostate
Right.
cancer, wherever the weakest spot in your body, that's where your problems are going to manifest first. You know what I mean? So, but
Mhm.
we can breathe wrong. Now,
Right.
they say by the age of 5, 95% of the population is breathing wrong. I didn't learn this
Wow.
until 2014. So up until 2014, I was breathing wrong. I didn't know about
Yeah.
nasal diaphragm breathing. I didn't know what my diaphragm was.
Right.
I thought that was the woman's thing.
Oh my goodness. Yes, sir.
I didn't know
Yeah.
men had a diaphragm. Shoot, I was like, a diaphragm? That's yeah. What?
Mhm. And with the breathing, because even in meditations, they say breathe, inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth.
Mm,
So,
ain't that something? Hey, before yeah, that look, I just this is, and maybe we can the inhale, you get nitric oxide On the exhale, it helps to control the vagus nerve. So you activate
Right.
your vagus nerve. So when you exhale through the nose, you innervate the vagus nerve. And that helps you to control every organ from the neck to your reproductive system. It gives
Right.
you control of your body. When you inhale through the nose, you get nitric oxide. You don't have to buy. That relaxes your blood, your blood vessels, your arteries.
Wow.
Right. This is a blood pressure medicine. This is heart medication. That's it's right now. It's blowing up on TikTok. It come on with the bottle of nitric oxide, and it's like boom. I'm like, you don't buy that. You don't need it. You breathe. If you inhale
So
through
just
your nose,
breathing produces that naturally, nitric oxide.
we have four cavities. You got your maximum frontal, maximal, ethmoid, sephmoid. When that air comes in through these nasal cavities, those sinuses, because its energy cannot be created or stored. It's
Right.
transferred and transformed. So when that air comes in, those sinuses transfer, create nitric oxide. So as you're continuing on that inhale, and it comes down to your windpipe, nitric oxide, natural. That's it. When you
Right.
exhale through your nose, and it's the reverse, so it's coming back up to your pharynx and your larynx, back up into your nasal cavity. It passes when it gets through here. It innervates this is your spinal column. The vagus nerve is that's the vagus nerve. So when we're looking at that spinal column, the vagus nerves is right here. So as that ear is coming up, it innervates this area, sends it down, and it gives you control over your body.
Wow.
That's how we build. We don't have to. So if I'm having a racy heart, if I'm having digestive or get these hunger sensations, if I'm having sexual sensations, and I want to control this without doing the things to shut them off, that's with the vagus nerve. It hits it's the 10th cranial nerve.
Wow.
We got 12. The 10th one they call it vagus, means wander, because it wanders and touches all of those organs. And once it's activated, it gives you control over those organs.
Right.
It calms them. Man, shoot.
Yes, we have everything we need within. We just need to get ourselves out the way and let it give the body what it needs.
Hey,
Let it do what it do.
this is God.
Right.
The mind in it is God as well. But this is God. It's created to be God. It's created to do God. If you don't put yourself right where your body is at, then you might misuse and abuse yourself.
Right.
If you don't think you're God, you might misuse, underuse. You might not even you are underusing your that's why the blood pressure is high, because you got all of this power, all of this energy, man, and you don't use it. You don't be saying be and it is. You want to say, man, so it just bubbling. And then when we get to 30 years, 40 years, 50 years of underusing this power, we have that self-destruct, because the body is made for you to do something.
And that thought just came to me: whatever you don't use, you lose it. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Hey, it's made to move.
Right.
It's made for you to use it, man.
Yes, sir.
So that's but that's where that's that because we're mind, body, and soul. So yes, the
Yes.
physical body, but we're with our thinking, our perception of ourselves in life determines
Mhm.
what this physical body will go and do.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
it's up to us, man. That's beautiful. Yes, I know
Yes.
God. Yes, I know God. But if you go to God, if you are a Muslim and you open up the Holy Quran, it says he created man to be the Khalifa. Then you go into clear the word. Well, damn, I thought Khalifa was a name. What is it? Oh shit. Let me open up a ruler in place of the ruler? What? Me? So you dig what
Right.
I'm saying? So right, this is what it says. You are the ruler. Well, I might can't rule the earth, but I damn sure can rule this. Hey,
Yes, sir.
you're, right. You're a Christian. Open up your Bible, and God created man in His image and after His likeness, and God blessed them and said, "You got dominion over the fish of the sea, the fowl of the
All of the
air,
air,
and over every
every
creeping and
creeping
crawling
thing that
thing on the
crawls.
planet." Woo, man! Let me go outside there,
All
cause
right.
ain't none of that in here. I ain't got none of that in here. I try to keep
Right.
that stuff out of here. Let me go outside where my power is at.
Yes,
See,
sir.
we don't do those things, man. We don't. Blood pressure is up. Why? Why your blood pressure is up? Because you ain't outside practicing your dominion over your domain. You
Right.
inside doing whatever. That's cool. But why am I sick? Why am I going through these things that I'm going through?
Not in accord with nature.
You got the power, man. you got you got
Yes,
the
sir.
hold up, man. You got dominion over
Got
the
the
fish of
power.
the sea.
Yes, indeed.
Come on,
Uh,
man.
with that
Great.
being said, Brother Sean, that's a perfect closing, a
Mm.
perfect spot to put a pin in it.
Yes, ma'am. Save y'all something for
Yes, sir.
next week.
All right.
Come on
Yeah,
back
you
next
got the
week,
power.
family. Yes, ma'am. Come on
Yes,
back next week.
absolutely. And thank you all for tuning in, everyone that tuned in, chimed in. We appreciate you.
Yes, we
And
do.
we'll be back next week, God willing, Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Time with another edition of the Health and Wellness Power Hour.
Mm.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Yes.